everybody. It is March 8th, 2026, as I record this, and this is one of the rare occasions that I don't have to go into church until close to 10 o'clock. It is about 9:05 now, and I'm relaxing just a little bit before we wait outside for my friends to pick me up. And this will be a nice week because I don't have to do anything. I hope. If something changes where I'm going to have to do something, well, it's going to be a mad rush because I won't get in until like about 9:50 or so. So should be an easy week, but you never know. And of course, this is the weekend where if you live in the United States or most of the United States, outside of maybe Indiana and Arizona, your clock moved up an hour, and then some point in November it goes back to standard time. But we're in daylight time now, so 9:05 today is what 8:05 was yesterday. And if you want to know how messed up government is, everybody knows in government that they want to get this changed to where we have daylight savings time permanently, but nobody can agree as to how to change daylight savings times to make it permanent. And we don't have to play around with our darn clocks 2 times a year. And I'm kind of hoping that this gets finalized soon, but politicians in DC, they can't agree on anything, much less what to do with daylight savings time.
Okay, everybody, I'm back. It's 11:51 on Sunday morning. You know what day it is because I probably already said it. Church was good. It was just so weird to be there and not be part of the setup. Uh, Coming in at like 9:50, if you're gonna be there like almost on time, the best time to do it is when we go to the daylight savings. So everybody was just kind of looking kind of a little straggly a little bit because you lose that hour. It just throws everybody off kilter a little bit. I wanted to mention that last week I did not mention this on the last Pauly perspective because I didn't want to, because I didn't know how it was going to play out, and as things turned out, I don't know anything more. But as I left for church, I took an Uber to church last week on March 1st. There was a camper about 3 campers down from me, and there was police tape all around. And one of the policemen was asking me about the layout of the campground that I live in, and I told him. Didn't ask me any more questions. I told him, if you would just, excuse me for just a minute because I'm trying to catch an Uber to head to church, and he relented, thankfully. He could have given me the third degree, but he chose not to. But there was police tape around one of the campers, and I don't know what happened. One of the things I subscribe to is something called the Leesburg News. Playing around with a wire here that's being uncooperative. There we go. I'll just leave it. One of the things I do is I read the Leesburg News, and there was nothing in the Leesburg News about it. About what happened here. So I have no clue. And my landlady came, got my rent early in the morning. I was getting dressed, and she came, and I just like opened the door just slightly and said, "Here's your rent check." And the rent here is great, but you just have no way of washing clothes. That's the only problem. And glary utilities is reminding me, as I'm all discombobulated here, that I have 2 software updates, which I'm in no hurry to update. So there was something happened, but I don't know what it was. The Lake County Sheriff's Office, because I'm in unincorporated Lake County, was still here when I got back, like around 11:30 or so. Last week, and about an hour afterward, they took off. So I don't know what happened. I'm at a total loss at what happened. So anybody in the sound of my voice knows anybody in the Lake County Sheriff's Office. I wouldn't mind knowing what happened, but I don't really talk to a lot of people around here. I just kind of live by what I call the code of the campground. Just mind your own business and don't mind anybody else's, because if you ask questions, you might not like the answers. So that's what I did. So yeah, church service went great. It was just so weird not to be part of it this week, because usually I'm doing the slides. I'll be doing the slides next week, and I'll be setting up our eldest visuals lead her on the 22nd, so I'll get right back to work. But it was fun. It was fun just being a spectator for a change, and I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So this has been the Pauly Perspective. You'll be seeing this on Monday, March 9. Take it easy, everybody. Godspeed and God bless.
One little footnote to the weekend. It is about 5:30 p.m. A few hours later after I did my last recording. We have a biblical amount of rain hitting us right now out of nowhere. Look, I have never seen the outside of my camper this flooded. Now, when I get this kind of weather, I have a couple of areas in the camper that leak. Fortunately, that hasn't happened yet, but wow! Talk about a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. And we get this in the summertime, but not in March. Certainly not the 8th of March on the first day of daylight savings. Just thought I would throw that in there.